But this moves us into our debates. Okay,
Oh, no.
I've got a few debate questions that I want you guys to read off. All right.
Oh.
So I'll hand this one to McKay. McKay can read first. So go ahead and read that debate question and let's debate it.
All right. If I were wearing socks and socks alone, would I be considered naked?
That's a good question. That's a good question. So I would argue that you would not be considered naked because you are wearing clothes. That would be my argument.
I would argue that you are naked because is it where the clothes are? Is it what clothes you have on or where the clothes are?
Ooh, that's a good point. I feel like I would have to say that you are not naked. Because
you're wearing clothes. Yeah, right? Exactly.
I think I would build on Adam's point. There's some significant parts of you that are definitely naked, but you as a whole are not naked.
Well, let's rank. Let's rank where the clothes should be. Like on a general person, you should be covering.
Wait. Pause. We need context for this.
Yes.
Because if I'm home alone, all of these are going to rank really low on the list.
No, we're ranking in order of importance. So you can. So
if I'm going to an Applebee's. Yeah. I need to figure out
where to go. Ranking. Yeah, what ranking? Do I need to rank 6, which is like all the way to shirt and pants and socks and shoes, or are you like a rank 2 where you're just wearing underwear and socks?
Okay.
But is that rank 2?
Is just socks?
No, rank. Okay. I would say rank 1. So wearing socks alone, I think, is not a rank itself because socks are probably rank 2 because feet are kind of gross. So like those should probably be covered second. If you're having to cover, like, let's say you're in an emergency situation, you only have a certain amount of time. The first thing you grab is underwear, right? That's the first thing you clothe is from your waist to like your mid-thigh area.
Correct.
That's the first. That's rank 1.
That's rank 1. Yeah, I think there's no dispute there. At least for me.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, listen, going commando is like fun and all, but.
And then I think that probably second is a shirt, right? A shirt because I mean, pants are important.
You're gonna Winnie
Socks
the Pooh
are
it?
important. But would you rather Winnie the Pooh it or would you rather go pants and underwear, which are covering the same basic area? Or would you go for more real estate of covering like your top and your bottom is covered? And Winnie the Pooh it, like he's so eloquently described.
Like most things, isn't this really a gender studies question? I think we got to go with the shirt so that regardless of who is filling out the survey, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a solid 2.
Yeah, I think that us as men should be talking about gender studies, honestly.
I agree.
No comment.
Anyway, so I think that a shirt is second. Can we agree that shirt is second?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that'll be the best. Yeah.
Okay, and then pants.
Because you could at least like attend a work meeting if you're wearing a shirt and your underwear.
Exactly.
It's only up.
Exactly. If it's a Zoom meeting.
If it's a Zoom meeting.
If you walk into the conference room.
That's what I meant. Because we're living in this work from home world. Let's say the shirt up.
Yeah. Okay. So shirt and then pants is 3. And then socks?
I think shirt, then socks, then pants.
Oh, really? You think socks are more important than pants?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You got to cover up those gross toes.
I agree.
Touching the places that are going to touch your leg. I mean, that's nasty. You don't want to send them through the pant hole uncovered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, okay.
Yeah.
And also, it gives you a layer of protection because walking is important.
It is.
So let's say like it's an emergency and you have to get to the subway.
Yeah, I don't
either the restaurant or the underground rail station.
Either way, it's gross.
Either way, I don't want to be stepping barefoot in one of those places.
No, absolutely not.
All right. Let's move on.
All right.
Here is this for you.
Ooh, perfect.
Go ahead and read that for us.
All right. Should we be content with the bare minimum communicative skills of the Chick-fil-A cows? Or should we teach them how to spell?
So there's a lot of argument here because obviously they are more elevated than any cow ever has been, right? Because they can write and communicate. We understand what they're trying to say.
And they've discovered ladders.
Which is important. But should we just be content with that? Or should we try to go further with them? Or our counterpoint, should we try to teach other cows what they're doing? Like get them in have them do one of those master classes on communication.
Do you want to let those cows be the teacher of other cows? So they're all that like low level?
But what cow wants to learn from like a human?
I mean, if they want to learn from the best, obviously. If they have a superiority complex, it's gonna be.
That's true.
I think if we're gonna continue to let the cows from Chick-fil-A be like their main avenue of whatever, of commercials, it's time. Like the cuteness has worn off.
Yeah, let's teach them how to spell.
You're kind of dumb. Let's up it a notch.
I could not agree more. Honestly, I think that they have underperformed.
10 years of just misspelled chicken. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore.
Chicken's not even that hard to spell.
No.
How many letters do they miss in chicken? Let me Google that.
And that's going to be the one word that they do get right. Let's see.
Well, no, I think they miss the C in it. Isn't that right? They go CHIKIN.
Let's hope.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I don't know. I'm still just impressed that they learned it regardless.
Eat more, chicken.
Chicken.
And more doesn't have an E. So, but eat is spelled correctly, which you don't. I mean, you could put two E's. You could put two E's there, and they don't. They could also, but they do EAT, which is great. Then they go more, no E, and then chicken. I mean, and they're allowed to write in bigger letters because of their poor spelling. Because if they had to put an E and another C in there, you have to shrink those letters down.
Yeah, the message wouldn't come through nearly as well.
I know. So, that is how they spell it. Eat more chicken. So they lose 2 letters. Let's see. This one says smart people each. See, look, they made the mistake I was complimenting them on. They spelled smart correctly.
Like I said, the first word has to be right. How many of these are the first word right? Because that's where they put all their focus.
Okay, they try really hard.
As long as the first word is right, they're not even going to notice what's in between.
Yeah, maybe they're going to write smart. Maybe they're going to write smart pee-pee pants as eat chicken, but then they realized they only had enough for 3 more, and so they're like, just put people.
We'll make up a word.
No, I think I'm with McKay. I think that we should teach them the correct way rather than we shouldn't be okay with this.
I
we
think
as a nation should not stand for this. Vote.
Yeah.
See, vote's correct. They put an E on vote.
Wow.
But
Not
chicken,
more.
and then they put a Z. It's what? Do they not know the letter S? I bet Christine could write that in cursive though.
She absolutely could. And you know what? She'd be able to teach them how to write it in cursive as well.
She should be teaching the cows. She should be teaching them cursive. We should just get past grammar, get past spelling.
They don't need to,
go right into cursive.
Go right to cursive.
that's how you learn.
Because then you can mess up and people won't even notice because people can't read cursive very well.
That's right.
I think this is great. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, this is a really important one. Are sandals shoes?
Oh, crap.
Are sandals shoes, or are they their own category?
Are tank tops shirts?
Here, I can take back your card if you want. Are tank top shirts?
Because we're asking a similar question there.
Very similar,
Yeah.
very similar. Are tank top shirts? No, I think a sandal has to be considered a shoe, right?
For what reason? Why do you say it has to?
Because it's got a rubber sole. And I think
That's the criteria.
well, I just think because that's the difference between a sock and a shoe. Because a sock is made of like fabric or cotton or something, and then you have a shoe which is made of something stronger than a sock.
So
that you can step. If you can step on a rock with it, I think it should be considered a shoe.
Are you saying that I could take like a Dr. Scholl's, super glue it to my sock, and now it's a shoe?
Yes.
You would have a Yeezy at that point.
That's a Yeezy. Dude, sway. Honestly, swag. No, I think that it's very I think it's very interesting to ask what the difference between a shoe and a sandal is, because some sandals are different than other sandals. Because obviously you have flip flops that are barely covering the tops of your feet, and then you have like the Jesus type sandal, which is covering most of the top of your foot.
I want to think a shoe is something that covers your foot completely, which not all sandals do.
Yeah.
So I don't think that.
But not all shoes do.
Not all shoes
Like
do.
slip-ons cover arguably less foot on top than a Jesus sandal.
Is that the official nomenclature?
Yes.
Am I going to see that on the Nike box?
One Jesus sandal.
Oh my gosh.
Just one?
Yeah, because then the other one's going to get washed by their disciples or whatever.
You know what? That's right. Yep.
Anyway.
Stick with the canon.
No, I think because like a slip-on shoe, like I know that there are some shoes that are barely covering toes. I guess the question is it the back that makes a sandal not a shoe? Like the fact that it doesn't cover the back of your foot, like that, the Achilles heel.
What about the straps that come around the back, like the old '90s sandals that are freaking sweet?
But there's always a hole.
I don't know. I think the difference is definitely how much coverage do you have. Flip flop? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I can't call a flip flop a shoe.
Yeah,
I
super
can't-
cool
I
dad
can't do
sandals. Yeah, get me some of
Super
those.
cool?
Super cool dad sandals.
Super cool.
Yeah, did I stutter?
Okay, let's move on. I don't want to start a fight. I think that a flip flop is technically a shoe. I think that a thong is
Definitely
a shoe.
getting some feedback.
Their shoes. Christine says their shoes.
Can
Their
we not
shoes.
get comments from the peanut gallery? Thank
She
you.
teaches She teaches sixth grade. Our youth's nation. Our nation's youth. Our youth. That sounds like a band. Youth Nation.
Oh man.
She flies out there every summer.
All right. Here's one that I really want to get into. Is ramen a soup?
Oh God, no.
Yes.
No.
Ramen is soup.
It's not a soup.
Ramen is soup, 100%.
It absolutely is.
Absolutely not a soup. No,
Absolutely is.
no, it's noodles. It's noodles.
It's noodles.
It's
But noodles in what?
It's noodles.
Noodles in what?
In broth.
Noodles
which is
in broth.
soup. Which is a soup.
But
I don't have my spaghetti in broth. Those are noodles.
Yes. Okay, well, let me... Elena, soup? Soup or no soup?
I think it's a soup.
Soup, okay. Christine? Okay, Kobe? Soup. That is an overwhelming majority. And not only that, but they are held in the soup section at Walmart. I've sent you pictures. I've sent you proof. They are soup.
This seems personal.
So wait, I just
I
want
didn't
to.
realize.
I want to get this
man.
clear. Did you start an entire show to solve a 6-year argument we've had?
I wouldn't put it past him.
It is soup. Yeah. It's soup. It's soup. It's soup. It's a segment. I started a segment of a show that already was in motion. No, okay. Another question on top of that. Since we already know that ramen is a soup,
It's not a soup.
is cereal a soup?
Oh,
This is a good question.
Because
And,
it's not in
man.
broth, but it's in. It's disgusting to think about, like having breakfast soup. Honestly, but is cereal a soup? You put it in milk. It's basically soup. Oh, thank you, Siri. Thank you, Siri. You sound like soup.
All right, I want to say this is something that Christine and I have actually discussed, and she actually brought it up to her class, and there was some good feedback.
What did the sixth graders have to say? Yes, it's a soup, or no, it's a soup.
It was divided.
Divided. Class was divided.
There was literally fist fights in the schoolyard afterwards because it was so divisive.
a kid got stabbed.
It was bad.
The one kid woke up
So
the
this
next
is a
day with
dangerous
"is a
question.
soup" on his forehead.
Not like marker, actually just marker.
It was just a marker. It was a Sharpie. It was probably the Stolen Expo marker. I think I would argue that it is not a soup. I think it is its own thing.
I think it is a soup.
I feel like it is a soup.
How can you say that cereal's a soup and ramen's not?
Because ramen's
as-
not a soup, and something needs to take its place in the soup
You know what,
hierarchy.
that's a real good question, Adam.
All right, go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say I think it's a soup, and I hate that I think it's a soup. I don't like that I think it's a soup.
That's the worst. I hate that. All right, let's move on. Are hamburgers sandwiches? Oh, here. Let me pass that on. You can ask the next one on. There's two on there.
Oh.
Pass it to you. Okay.
Are we
I think-
answering the first?
You can ask the next one too, so we can have it all in the air.
Okay. Are hot dogs sandwiches?
Oof.
Like a Cuban, you know?
Yeah, like a good cube.
What was that sandwich you had today?
I had a turkey bacon ranch from. Ooh, yeah. Yep.
I'm hungry.
Oh yeah, me too.
I think it's hard to. It's a good question. I think that you have to consider that what is a sandwich, and is it two pieces of bread with some sort of like filling in the middle?
I feel like the way that sandwiches have been described to me, you're
Through the
sandwiching.
years, yeah.
When sandwich is a verb.
Yes.
Okay. When sandwich is a verb, it's two things and one in the middle.
That's true. You could ice cream sandwich
Now-
doesn't even have bread.
Now, I think that makes the hamburger a sandwich.
I'm so glad you're
like
saying
a
this.
different class of sandwich, and
A different
for the hot
class.
dog,
So you have to like get a
don't-
different driver's license in order to drive a hot dog. I mean, a hamburger.
yeah, it's like
a
CDL
class.
level. It's a heavier sandwich, more heavier duty. So you definitely need a license for that one. A
But you're-
license to eat.
But you're saying a hot dog is its own thing.
I think a hot dog, because it's not a hot dog bun is not technically two parts. Like it's a V.
It is one. Yeah,
So
it is one part.
I don't think it's a sandwich. If I'm gonna follow it on that logic, I don't think it's a sandwich.
So
I
in order
100%
for-
agree.
In order for it to be a sandwich, it must be two
Oh,
separate pieces of bread. Is what you're trying to say?
That's what I think.
Oh,
It's
think
definitely
you're-
split into two sides, but
think
it's still
you're
one
wrong.
piece of bread. When it splits, it can become a sandwich like mid-meal.
Oh, we have some viewer feedback right here.
Oh, no.
It says here
Oh,
that
no.
remember that they remember seeing on CNN 10 that they were thinking of changing the name of hot dog to hot dog sandwich. There was a
What?
consideration.
Wait, who is they?
This is
They could be anyone.
Vizdash.
Vizdash.
Who is Vizdash and why are they messing with my hot dogs?
Hey,
I'm sick of
hey,
big business
hey,
getting
hey,
involved
hey.
in my hot dogs.
Don't you talk down to our viewers.
I thought that was the company. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I
well-
didn't know
Okay,
that was
well,
the
hear
viewer.
about this. If you go
I think
to Firehouse Subs, where
Yes.
you went earlier today,
Yes.
are you going to order a
Not
hot
sponsored.
dog?
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Are you going to go in there and expect to be able to get a hot dog sandwich?
No.
Well, it's because they sell subs. They don't sell hot dog sandwiches.
They also don't sell hot dog subs. So I think the question still holds true.
That's-
I would like to raise you something.
Okay.
Pitas.
Pitas. Are pitas a sandwich?
It's more of an organization than a sandwich.
Thanks, Chick-fil-A cows. You spelled it wrong.
Freaking neglected.
All
and
right, all right.
abused.
Let's go to the final one. We'll have Adam read this one.
Oh, okay. At what week from the date of conception does a fetus gain human rights?
Oh, sorry, we're actually out of time for that one. Let's move on. Thanks for being on the show, McKay. We really appreciate you being on the show. You're a second guest. You were married to our first guest, so you guys kind of own the show at this point. So I give over all rights to you, and please take over the desk.
Well, you know what? The right of way does come in handy sometimes. So thank you for having me. I'm so glad to have been here.
Well, thank you so much. We're gonna go to commercial, and we will be right back.